it's Catherine from CatherinePuller.com. I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling, and if you've been hanging around me at all, you know it's no secret that I am a huge fan of Glass Bead Glitter Gel. It's a fabulous medium to use with stencils. It is white, but it dries clear, and it makes a really fabulous mixed media feel to your projects. It's just awesome. It's going to dry clear, and you can hear the grit in there, and that is those little glass beads. It's going to be very sparkly when it dries, and I'm just going to play around a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is just put on a bunch of the Glass Bead Glitter Gel, just white, and then I'm going to add Flirty Fuchsia. So that is one of our fabulous ink colors, and I'm going to just mix it in, and then I'm going to go over the top here. I think I mixed a little bit too much. And then I'm going to grab paper towel. Oh goodness, I'm a little bit sad. I'm kind of wasting a little bit, so don't go as heavy-handed as I did. I'm going to do all that jazz as well. This is one of our brand new ink pad colors in our shop. It was available for a very short time in one of our stamp of approval collections, and then that sold out very quickly, and then we've had it in the vault for a while, so it just came out. Just came out of hiding, so you can grab it in the shop now if you don't have it. It goes great with our other blues and greens in our line, our aquatini and our mint to be and lime ricky, and it's a fabulous party collection. So I'm just adding that in there, and kind of in the middle we're going to have a little bit of blending between the two. I don't know what this is going to look like. I just wanted to kind of play around a little, see what we got going here. So I'm going to peel this back. And this is our squared inch stencil also. Oh my goodness, pretty happy with that. So this is going to take a little while to dry, so in the meantime I'm going to clean up my mess. If you leave this and let it dry, it's going to get really hard, and it's going to be hard to clean up. So I'm going to run, I'm going to clean this off and let this dry, and we'll be back. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I can work on the rest of the card. I'm going to use a word sentiment die. This one is wonderful. It is a hand-lettered sentiment by Shauna Klingerman. You guys have loved the dies we've done in the past with her hand lettering, and so we have done a few more. One is wonderful, and we have awesome in our shop too. So that's all set. I'm also going to use the Grateful Heart stamp set. So I'm going to use the large flower spray right here, and then I have the dies ready. So I'm just going to ink it up in Midnight, stamp it on my white cardstock, and then die cut it. So our Midnight ink pad is permanent. It is waterproof, so you can use it for watercoloring. You can also use it for Copic markers. It does stain your stamps, so be careful. See little spots like this that I got in there. I pressed a little bit too hard on my ink pad, and since it's foam, it sinks down a little. So just be aware of that and be careful. I'm going to lay the die right over the top of my stamped image, and then we're going to run this through the Big Shot. Our cardstock works really well with this black ink pad and Copic coloring. So now my floral piece is cut out, and I can just do a black and white on my project, or if I wanted to watercolor this, I could. You're going to want to be careful not to use a lot of water though, because this cardstock is not watercolor cardstock. Next up, I want this to say Wonderful You. So I'm using my Bloom and Bouquet stamp set. I'm going to use the U from the You Matter stamp, and then I want to mask off Matter. I don't want that to show up. So I'm just using a piece of painter's tape. I'm going to ink the U in my Versamark ink pad. I'm going to peel that back and just stamp the U on my black cardstock. And then I am going to white emboss it. So I have my giant jar of white Wow embossing powder. I won't run out for a while. And we'll just dump that on, tap it back in, and then we'll heat set it. And then I'm going to take my heat tool, I'll heat it, the powder will heat up, it will melt, and then it will be embossed. Now it's time for assembly. So I cut the main image part, or the technique piece, down to 4 by 5 1/4, and then my black piece is just 1/8 of an inch larger than that. I'm using liquid adhesive for the glue. It's really easy to use. Just gonna pop that on here, and then we will add all of these pieces to the card. Now this card has a little mixed media feel to it, and if you are interested in learning more about mixed media for card makers, we have a class going on over at Stamp Nation. It's mixed media for card makers. It's called Eat, Sleep, Create, and the class is free with your membership. So if you are interested, the link will be below in the description. It's katherinepooler.com/stampnation. You can learn all about membership details. I know I'm going to be learning right along with everyone else on this class. I can't wait. And then we have this little U. We're just going to nestle this in right there. So thanks for hanging out with me today while I stamped this fun, wonderful U card. I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave me a comment below. Let me know, do you have a favorite? Do you like the Flirty Fuchsia better or the All That Jazz? Or do you like it mixed like I did? Thanks for being here. I will see you soon.